Let's talk about your latest project a little bit more. You've always been known as like a lyrical dude, but how's your approach to songwriting and delivery evolved from your previous release until now?
Well, it, 1 second. It, has definitely evolved, songwriting-wise, because I was on the punchline shit. That's how I grew up. I grew up freestyling, and you know, punchlines are huge when you're in the cipher. So that's definitely the vibe I came out with, which I still, you know.
Yeah.
I love my punchlines. Punchlines are dope. But you gotta kind of make yourself a more dimensional artist than just spitting clever punchlines. As dope as that is, you know.
Yeah.
You gotta start putting feeling into certain songs so people can relate to you on a whole nother level, and that's what I really tried to do.
All right. You worked with some dope producers like Statik, Selektah, and Beatz on this project. What was the creative process like working with them in comparison to your usual go-to producers?
Well, my usual go-to is I get beats in my email, write to them, go into a studio, record. When I was with Statik especially, it's basically him sitting there, finding a sample, chopping it up, and while he's chopping it up and laying drums to it, I'm fucking writing my verses. I mean, it's just a crazy creative process. I mean, a song that you write in the studio and a song you write before the studio are always different. Like,
yeah,
when you write it beforehand, it may be a little more polished, but sometimes when you just write it right in there, like you just get a crazy vibe out of it. You know, everybody vibes out, everyone bounces ideas off each other, and you just kind of come up with a dope little song.
As an MC, how do you personally measure the success of one of your projects like Best in the Burbs?
Well, I definitely look at Best in the Burbs as a success, regardless of whether it was placed in certain top mixtapes of the year fucking lists or whatever the fuck, you know.
Yeah.
I think it was a huge success, and I'll tell you why. I released this shit. Dat Piff goes offline. I get a call from the dude from Dat Piff, and he says, "This has never happened before."
That's awesome.
You know what I mean?
That's awesome.
And like, literally, the dude from the website called me and said, "This has never happened before. We don't know what to do. We're trying to fix it." Like, I mean, I lost out, granted, on a lot of downloads because of that. Because the shit was down for like the first hour. So, you know, obviously some blogs got it and put it up, and I lost, you know, downloads on that Piff because of it. But, I mean, just the fact that you shut a website down, that's pretty intense.
Personally, I got on the first day it came out. I was waiting all day.
Yeah, it was dope because we had the whole like little time limit thing set up that was counting down to like when it would be out.
Yeah, exactly.
That's been my main port to really put my music to and have people download it. So once I met the dudes from them, I took the Dat Piff show at SOB's in New York, and I met my dude KP down there, and he's a real cool dude, and we've just been talking to each other, and you know, he helped me out a lot with that release. So
yeah,
I think it was a pretty big release, especially for an unsigned artist. Like if you think about a lot of these other dudes who are in like the same league, like most of these dudes are signed to something or another. You know?
Yeah.
Like, we're literally, like, my name is not on one piece of paper right now that legally binds me to anything. Dang. So, I mean, and that makes for a lot more work. Like, me and my manager and the other people on the team, like, we work hard. We really do. Like, it's a lot of busy work, but, you know, the money you get at the end of the day is yours.
Yeah. All right, before we close, let's talk about some challenges like you had to face on this journey. What specific challenges have you had to overcome to like bring your dreams closer to reality?
Well, there's been a few. Like, basically, I look at any temporary failure as just fuel to the fire, and that's how all these upcoming artists have to look at it. Like, it shouldn't be a clean fucking road right to the top. Like, nothing works out like that. There's always going to be bumps in the road that fucking suck.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Exactly.
I've had some serious bumps in the road that have, you know, mentally thrown me pretty far off course where, you know, I'm just like, fuck, man, like, fuck.
Yeah.
But you literally got to just put it behind you and keep moving like it never happened. And maybe rap about it, because when I have shit that's fucked up in my life, I spit about it, and it makes me feel better about it personally. So.
All right. To close, what are your goals as a spitter in 2011? And where can, good people find some more Chris Webby?
Well, I'm always working on new shit because I really love to make music. Like, that is my favorite thing to do. So there will always be new shit in the works. It's never like I'm taking a break, because even if I'm taking a break from doing shows, I'm not taking a break from writing. You know what I mean? Granted, I like my PS3 and I like my Netflix and this and that. So, you know, take a little time to melt on the couch and fucking, you know, post up and do nothing. But I'm always working on something. And 2011, I see a lot of crazy shit happen. I'm going on tour this month, which is going to be fucking sick.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's exciting in itself. I'll get out to a lot of towns. I'll put out some more music and just fucking enjoy it and see where it goes.
Where could like people find Chris Webby, you know? Like,
well, people, all my mixtapes are available for free download. There are 5 official mixtapes, and they are all on datpiff.com. All you got to do is search Chris Webby. Other than that, find me on Twitter at Chris Webby, Facebook.com/Chris Webby, YouTube.com/For the Burbs, and you pretty much get any Chris Webby that you need to find right there.